we finished up our groundwork. We are going to go ahead and get ready to ride. We'll start off by bridling.
Yep. Ask her to drop her head. So right there, instead of rushing, take it off her ears and start that all over again. So drop her head. And once you get it in her mouth, slow down and just make her hold it right there and relax. There you go. Again, we're tuning everything. There you go. Now over her ears. If she raises, take your time. Easy. Slow down a little. There you go. Part of her problem is she's got a lot of mane and it really bugs her. She's a little sensitive about her face and her head. She always has been. And that just means we have to be respectful of it, not make excuses for it, but just realize that's her thing and work with her on it and not fight it. I'll take it for you.
All right, up. Make it easy.
Come on, buddy. All right, so now before you get on, check your girth. I'd bang my stirrups one more time. And I want to talk a teeny bit about bending. I also want to talk about when you tighten the girth. A lot of people tighten the girth and get right on. If you have to crank it up another hole or so, I like to move them around. Let them breathe. Especially if it's, and not lead forward, send her around you. So don't help her out, continue training, but just give her a chance to breathe. Sometimes that's what causes a lot of like cold back stuff. If you crank them up and they don't breathe and then you go to get on, they have to go somewhere. And usually it's up or back, not the direction you want. So we're just kind of checking and testing. All right, stop her right there. That's good. And you don't have to do it for 20 minutes. You just have to move her so she takes a couple breaths. All right, so a little bit about Myra. You can go ahead and bang stirrups, and I'm going to talk while you're banging. Myra likes to step off when you get on. That's always kind of been her MO. So you're not going to hold her back, but you're going to realize she might step off. And you're going to bend her the second you get on. Or you're going to bend a teeny bit before you get on. But on that same point, if you bend Myra too much, she gets way too bendy. So we don't want to overflex her. And you'll probably see that anyways when you're riding. She'll want to flex and bend, flex and bend. Okay. All right, so collect your reins, but don't hold her tight. Nice. Now just hang out for a second. Move around a little bit. Bend, bend. Instead of grab, nope. Bumper. Don't hold, just bump. There you go. Throw it away. Bend again. Bump. Don't hold. Now do the other side. So, Myra's worried about moving forward, so we're just going to take a little time, hang out, breathe. Again, we don't want to continue instilling what she's done for the past couple years before we got her to walk off. And it's been a while, so that she's going to go back to that. So just hang out, pet her all over, touch her with your legs, don't keep them off her. There you go. Yeah, just give her some time. And sometimes here you can even, if you think they're really anticipating, you can do this, sit there, move around, get off, and get back on again. Give them a break. Again, we're not just going to go start riding if they're not ready. We want to take our time, breathe a little bit, let them chill. Fraser, good. All right, actually, I would go ahead and do that. I'd go ahead and hop off and hop back on again. There you go. Fraser, good. And then when you're ready, hop back on again. And we might, do it twice. We might do it 3 or 4 times. If she's anticipating this, we're going to take our time. That one was better, wasn't it? Yeah, just give her a chance. Again, she hasn't been ridden in like 4 or 5 months. She's broke, but she's super sensitive. Move your legs around. We just want to stand still. We just want to hang out, kind of like Max is doing. He's sleeping.
Max doesn't like.
Good. Move around, really praise her, but just don't overbend. Good. Good with that one, or you think she needs it again?
She's all right.
Okay. All right, so now when you ride, Myra can get super speedy. So if she does, we're going to work on the draw right off the bat.
Okay.
And what that is, I want to talk about it a teeny bit. I learned this from Megan Warlick last year. She did it, and she learned it from a working cow horse. It's kind of a working cow horse thing, and I really, really love it. What you do with the draw, it's kind of working on your feel. So when you sit and ask for them to transition down, instead of pulling back and pulling on their face, we're going to kind of lift and use one hand and draw. And it's kind of like squeezing a sponge. As you go down, you apply more pressure until they give you the response you want. Now, you don't want to go down and pull here. You want to lift, draw, and then I kind of draw up to hold them if they're not going to really listen. Myra's pretty good at this. When you draw, you also can't be leaning forward. You want to sit down and draw with your seat also. And they can get super duper sensitive to it. So this really helps you work on your feel.
Yeah.
Like the second they feel your hand slide, they'll shut down.